Here's what went down Friday, November 7th, 2025, on Beyond the Gates when both the camera and Danny got made love to. Leslie committed an unusually charitable act, and Samantha didn't enjoy the newest episode of My Two Dads. On Beyond the Gates, Pamela stopped by to tell Danny and Andre that she couldn't accompany them to Los Angeles for their shoot because she had snagged a WNBA star for Dupree Curtis and needed to mentor her. Danny felt that her manager was prioritizing a new hire over her comeback and insisted that she needed Pamela there because she always made shoots easier. Andre sided with Danny, telling Pamela that they deserved the best possible support. But Pamela was unmovable, so Danny accepted Pamela's absence. Though she was clear that neither she nor Andre liked it. Danny was pleased with all the arrangements Pamela had made for her and Andre, but Andre froze when Pamela gushed about the millions of people who were going to see the Richardsons' images. After Pamela left, Danny got Andre to open up about it and decided he needed a confidence booster. She donned lingerie, set up a camera, and directed her husband to take all his desire for her and aim it at the lens. Andre was sluggish at first, but quickly warmed up following Danny's guidance. Afterwards, he had to admit that their informal shoot had been kind of fun. Danny subsequently gave Andre permission to make love to her, this time for real, with no camera. After their romp, Danny perused the shots they'd gotten, which she believed had caught Andre's passion and fire. Andre couldn't deny that he could see what Danny saw in the images and thanked her for the self-assurance. But as they cuddled, his true expression revealed that he was still dubious. Nicole brought some of Samantha's favorite baked goods to the brownstone, with Smitty laughing that only a Dupree would cater a grounding. The grandmother remembered what it had been like when Martin and Kat had acted up as kids. Smitty said he felt like he and Martin had been grounded as well. Nicole felt that perhaps Samantha could use her time out to help attract the younger demographic to Winterfest. Smitty liked the idea but wanted to run it by Martin first. As Smitty warmly talked about how Samantha being home all the time had brought the family closer together, Samantha and Terrell came downstairs arguing about how much time Terrell was spending in the bathroom preening because of Jessica. "Don't hate me because you don't have anyone to look or smell this good for," Tyrell cracked. Smitty refereed, and Nicole deduced that Samantha's anger had nothing to do with Tyrell. Samantha finally confessed that her beloved phone, Freedom, and friends had been taken away from her, all because she liked a boy. Smitty corrected that Samantha had tried to move too fast with a boy. Samantha took responsibility, but thought it was unfair to have been locked up instead of given the opportunity to talk about what she was feeling. Samantha was hopeful. When Nicole and Smitty told her about Winterfest, relishing the idea of having human interaction again. At the hospital cafeteria, Martin flamed Kat for running her mouth about her sexploits in front of his daughter. Kat conceded that she had gotten carried away talking to Chelsea about Tomas, but she'd had no idea Samantha was in earshot, and she had taken care to stress the importance of love and connection to Samantha once she realized the teen had overheard. Martin still held Kat responsible for the whole thing, and Kat was shocked to hear that Samantha had taken Kat's words as license to try to have sex with Nathan. Martin continued his tirade, saying that Samantha couldn't magically unhear Kat's glowing reviews of sex. He complained that Kat had chosen to be the fun auntie instead of a role model. But when Martin accused Kat of converting Samantha to her way of thinking, Kat clapped back that she had purposefully waited until well into adulthood to lose her virginity, and that she had had the experience with someone who loved and respected her. Martin still griped that he had handed his daughter over to a bad influence. Kat pointed out that she had stopped Samantha and Nathan from making love earlier. Although Samantha had confessed to that at the time, Martin was still enraged that Kat had never said anything, and deemed that Samantha could no longer work for Chelsea Kat. Afterwards, Kat fumed to Nicole about Martin's attitude. While Kat accepted that she should have been more careful talking so casually about sex when Samantha was nearby, she felt that Martin still hadn't had the right to treat her so badly. Nicole agreed. Nicole listened as Kat relayed how Martin had pulled Samantha out of Chelsea Kat. The psychiatrist realized that Martin needed to do more work controlling his temper, but recalled that he and Kat had never been able to stay mad at each other for long. Kat remembered that she had always been able to talk to Nicole about sex without shame or punishment, and she worried that Martin's hard line would prevent Samantha from coming to him about anything else in the future. Martin might very well lose Samantha, Kat predicted. Martin came home but didn't buy the change in Samantha, who had opted to be on her best behavior so she could help out at Winterfest. But even Smitty was shocked when Martin decreed that Samantha could no longer work at Chelsea Cat. Martin raged that Samantha couldn't be trusted to go to work, since she had used the space to get romantic with Nathan. Samantha defended Kat, saying she hadn't mentioned her aunt's involvement in that incident because she hadn't wanted Martin to go off on Kat like he always did. Samantha understood Martin taking away her phone, but his taking away her dream caused her to blurt out that she hated him. Tyrell wanted Samantha to take it back, but Samantha barked that she meant every damn word, which infuriated Martin more. Samantha proclaimed that she didn't want to live in a place where what she wanted and thought didn't matter, and she raced out the door, adding, "I wish you'd just have left me where I was," referring to the orphanage. Tyrell chose to go after her, while Smitty eventually learned from June that Samantha had been seen at Orphe Jean's and that Tyrell had been notified. Martin wanted to head for the diner, but Smitty knew that Tyrell had things under control. Martin realized that he had once again pushed too hard, and he wondered why he always defaulted to that. Smitty suggested that parenting had become harder, because their kids were almost grown, and therefore pushing boundaries. However, Smitty was not happy that Martin had yanked Samantha out of Chelsea Cat without discussing it with him first. "That's not okay," Smitty held firm. Meanwhile, Tyrell found Samantha at the diner and comforted her. At Garland Memorial, Shanice humorously messed with Ted over his Muhammad Ali sparring with Carlton. The supervisor said her nurses loved a good show. Ted promised that there would be no more fights. It was just that Carlton had made a play for his ex-wife. Shanice recommended that Ted explore coping mechanisms ahead of the inevitable moment he saw Nicole with Carlton again, then asked if Ted was going to be able to continue working with his partner. Ted didn't see throwing the practice away as an option, and announced that he was done trying to win Nicole back. He hoped that things would fall into place and that a reunion would happen by itself. Shanice and Ted became particularly chummy, as he let her know he appreciated her for not judging him, and as she confirmed her support for someone she had known since nursing school. Eva witnessed the interaction, then informed Ted that there was an urgent problem with the insurance of a patient who was about to go into surgery. Ted was willing to perform the procedure pro bono, but Eva lit up, certain that she could get Leslie to cover the cost. Eva told the unconvinced Shanice and Ted that Leslie would understand, since it had been her husband Alan's insurance that had helped them financially before and after his death. Plus, Leslie was fresh from understanding the struggle of barely being able to make ends meet. Ted still didn't think that Dana was capable of being that giving, but Eva called Leslie and got surprising news. "Dad, she'll do it!" Eva squealed, as Kat and Nicole walked into the nurse's station. "What did you call him?" Kat frowned. Eva affirmed that she had referred to Ted as her father, since that's what he was. When Ted corroborated that he had invited Eva to start calling him Dad, Kat seethed that Ted had better enjoy the one daughter he had left, because he couldn't have both of them. After Kat stormed off, Eva looked at Nicole helplessly, but Nicole said that Ted's relationships with his daughters were for him to work out. Beyond the Gates airs weekdays on CBS and streams on Paramount+.